Rob's Arcade, where the games are played, and it's time to hang in Rob's Arcade. It's all the rage, and it's time to hang with me in Rob's Arcade. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Rob's Arcade. I'm your host, as always, Rob French, and thank you very much. Um, wow, thanks. Um, Today we're going to be hanging out in Rob's Arcade doing something a little different. We kind of tried this out the other day with the public service announcement for the social distancing, and then I tried this again with my cousin for game day, like a little bit of a um, talk show format, if you will. But today I'm a little dressed up. It's a very special episode. We're going to be doing something I like to call Rob's Arcade Monday morning show. So let's go ahead and get that started with that's Rob's Arcade. Monday morning show. Hanging out here with my boy R2D2. Oh, excuse me, R4. Um, yeah, I like to. We're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're wrapping up season one here, and I want to come to you guys with like more scheduled episodes, more scheduled shows. And so I figured I would do something with like a little Monday morning show where I could kind of come to you guys, talk to you about the weekend, the past week, what's going on the week coming up, and also, just what's going on in the world. And going into season two, I want to kind of give you guys more scheduled programming, more scheduled shows, so you know what to look for. So I figured, we could hang out here on this Monday morning and get things going. It's about, I don't know, 10:30, 11 o'clock here in Richmond, Virginia, and it's nasty and rainy, but as you can see, it's a beautiful day out there in Los Santos. And, I figured this will also be a lot more fun, too, than just sitting here watching me on my couch just kind of talk and, um, maybe venture out and, get into some trouble in a little bit. We'll see what happens. But if any of you guys want to like join me in Rob's Arcade or virtual Rob's Arcade here or in real life, reach out to me. Especially my friends out there. You guys know how to contact me. Um, but yeah, I'm not opposed to hanging out with anybody here in a Rob's Arcade and talking, chatting. You know, Chris Evans out there if you're listening, or you know, Snoop Dogg if you want to sit down and rap a little bit here at Los Santos. Let me know, man. Holler. Um, so I guess we'll go ahead and sort of jump into this and talk about my weekend a little bit. What do you say, before we go ahead and jump into that? Yeah, sounds good. All right, so let's see. Saturday, I did have to work. I work at a restaurant, and it seems like with the weather picking up, things are getting a little bit busy. We're pretty busy. People seems like they're coming out, which is good. Kind of getting back to a little bit of normality. But please, people, continue to wear your masks. It's still just, you know, don't do it for yourself. I don't. I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm not one who really gets sick very often. It takes a lot to get me sick, and when I am, I'm not sick for very long. I have a pretty good immune system. Very thankful for that. But I'm not doing it for myself. Do it for my father. He's up there in age. He's dealing with a lot of his own, illnesses and stuff that uh, the coronavirus would not help his case at all. And then also, for my customers, like I said, I work at a restaurant. How much sense would it make if I'm not going to wear a mask going out, running errands, doing all the things I need to do, and then I'm going to go serve a bunch of people food? I mean, come on, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And, I've never been opposed to wearing a mask myself. I like superheroes. I like Batman. I like, Mortal Kombat, Scorpion, Reptile. It's always made Katana look hot. I think it makes me look hot too. So, yeah. Put my mask on, wear a hoodie. All of a sudden, I'm a member of the gosh darn Wu-Tang Clan, don't you know? Protect your neck, yeah. So yeah, I don't have a problem doing it. And I've even heard the question raised, well, won't you feel stupid if you find out this whole thing was for nothing and that wearing a mask was for nothing? I'm like, no, like I said, I like wearing a mask, and I'm not going to feel, or like it's a hoax or something. Like, no, I'm not going to feel stupid. I'm going to feel like kind of like sad for humanity if like this whole thing is like a hoax or a conspiracy or whatever. Like that just says an awful thing about humanity. But no, I'm not going to be mad. Like there's no reason to get mad about wearing, like I said, a mask. And especially social distancing, I think is even more important. Again, Saturday night, I was having a great night at work. Just just great customers, great time all around. And then on my way home, I decided to pick up some snacks for my wife Carrie Ann and our friend Buck were gonna be hanging out playing video games later, and picking up some snacks and some candies, and I turn around and there's this guy like standing right behind me. I know exactly, and I'm like, did we come in together? Like, did we ride together here or something? I couldn't figure this out. Um, I'm like, I guess I'm paying for this guy's Sprite and Skittles. I don't know. But yeah, the social distancing thing just really just it blows my mind how people just don't have a more awareness of like their own surroundings and everything. So I might have to do another PSA on social distancing. My last one was kind of a washout with the rain at the end. Although I guess I should have used that time just to kind of like hang out and ride some rides by myself there at the amusement park. But yeah, Saturday was a great day. Just kind of hung around, had breakfast with my wife, and just um, got the house kind of cleaned up before work. And then, like I said, our friend Buck came by and just kind of hung out and, watched movies all day and played Tetris and Ghostbusters that night. That was a lot of fun. He's amazing. He's like a savant. He can just pretty much pick up a game. We were like running through Ghostbusters till about 1:30, 2 o'clock, taking down the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man and just having a great time. And then yesterday we were supposed to, I think, have dinner with my mother-in-law, Carolyn, Carrie Ann. And I helped her move some boxes a couple of weeks ago, and she wanted to treat us to dinner. But I think with the weather, it's just, like I said, been nasty and rainy here. I guess we're gonna hold off. She's also got a surgery coming up this week, so maybe we'll hold off till after her surgery, and we can all go out and enjoy a nice meal together. Uh, but at any rate, we also cleaned up the house a lot yesterday. We were in the process of having the house looked at and kind of seeing where we go to look at having the selling process started. We've only been in this house for about 2 years now, but we're looking at moving to Florida because of some employment situations with my wife. Wells Fargo um, is moving um, their main um, department here, and so my wife was looking at kind of really relocating with jobs anyway, and so we're gonna possibly move to Florida, and so that's the goal. So be looking for new work, putting this house on the market, and probably heading to Florida before the end of the year. But we want to have the house kind of looked at before we put it on the market, see what we need to do. We want to put a fence in, some things like that. So we're just kind of cleaning up the house yesterday, giving it a nice once over, and I'll probably be doing the same here after I wrap this little YouTube video up. Um, get some more dishes and some laundry done, and just some straightening up in general. Before I again work tonight. We'll see what happens with the weather, and if we're busy tonight. But like I said, people have been coming out a lot more and venturing out a little bit like I said, as we're getting out of finally February and into March now, March 1st today. I think this is another great thing too about these little videos is that it kind of it does mark. It's kind of almost like a diary in a sense of what's going on. I was actually watching a video just the other day with a friend, and he had this trip coming up with a girlfriend of his, and they're not together anymore. And actually, some things started to go sour around that trip, and it was just interesting to listen to that video and see where things are now. And you could kind of like hear the excitement in his voice and how excited he was for this trip. And I remember just kind of feeling a little bit heartbroken for him when he got back, and um, having those on video and being able to go back and watch those moments is it's pretty interesting. So having this here and this marking this March 1st of 2021, the first Rob's Monday morning show. Uh, Later on will be pretty interesting. My wife's going to burst in here any second. Wonder why I'm not washing the dishes. My answer to that will be that we have till February for me to wash the dishes. We're not moving just yet. We got plenty of time. Isn't that right? You think she'll go for that? Yeah, I don't think so either. Coming up this week, I don't know a whole lot going on. Like I said, we want to start downsizing too. Have an idea for a couple other videos coming up. excuse me, which I'd probably like to shoot on uh, Wednesday, which is typically my day off. But I believe that's when the lady is coming by to check the house out, and I'm, going to need to be here. Pardon me, we're going to take a little drink here real quick, excuse me. And no, I'm not hitting the bar hole. I'm taking a little drink of some green drink there. Shouting out to my cousin holding there. It's like taking a drink, and I'm like looking like, what? We're in the bar? Let's see. But yeah, she's coming by Wednesday. Are you creeping outside the door? What are you doing? I hear you. I think she's creeping outside the door. It might be the dog. I don't know. But yeah, like I say, she's coming by Wednesday, so I kind of want to be hanging around here, helping with anything we need to do before she comes by. But I do have a few more videos I want to do, actually for season 2, really, more or less, and hopefully maybe this Thursday wrap up this season, start shooting episode 41, which is going to be a really cool episode. I don't want to give away too much about it, but if you've been following my channel and listening to me talk, you know that I'm a huge fan of not only just video games but comic books as well. I've been reading comics since I was about 9-10 years old, and I got a really cool comic book episode coming up. I'm hoping to actually film inside of Richmond Comics. It's one of the comic shops I've been going to here in Richmond, Virginia, since I was about 12, just about 12 years old, I guess. My dad was taking me there about, I don't know, every other weekend, once a month. Several comic shops here in Richmond that I used to visit, that I still visit today, which is pretty wild that they're still around. Some 30 years later. But yeah, we got a cool comic book episode coming up for the season finale, and I'm hoping to start shooting that this week. And other than that, it's just going to be your normal basic week. Hopefully, the weather will start to break up a little bit, and we'll start to get into spring. But it looks like even though we're gonna have like some clouds, we got a few sunny days, and the weather is gonna start getting nicer. So but I don't mind the rain. Actually, waking up on a nice rainy day to me is just it's one of those oh gosh, it's one of those like little treats. You hear the rain falling outside on the window and on the leaves. It's just a perfect morning to get all toasted, get all toasty, and just lay in bed, watch a kind of a quiet, spooky movie, or even just listen to some music and just kind of kick back and have that rain falling in the background. It's just, I don't know, there's something very therapeutic about it. I know a lot of people enjoy those the bright sunny days and they want to get out and do stuff, and trust me, I do enjoy those as well. But those rainy Monday mornings, oh my gosh, there's just, I don't know, something about them. You don't get them very often, and to me, like I said, they're almost like a little treat. So I don't mind the rain. I don't mind the rain outside my window. Trying to think what I got going on, or anything else that happened this weekend. Like I said, it's pretty quiet, pretty rainy. When it's rainy outside, there's nothing much to do but just kind of hang inside. I did play some more games with Buck yesterday. We kind of hopped online and tried to get some Mortal Kombat 11 going, but it's actually not as easy. It's everything today. It's so crazy with video games. Like when you're a kid growing up, you just kind of like put the game in, and exactly. I know that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, when you're a kid, you just put the cart and turn the power on and play the game. Nowadays, you gotta you gotta download the online version, and then that takes a while, and then you gotta play 3 games just to kind of see where you are in your skill set level and all of that. And qualify for whatever. And I don't know. It's just it was taking like 20 minutes just to download the game. Hmm. Exactly. It took like 30 minutes just to download that. Like he was saying, R4 saying it could um, take all night sometimes for these downloads to go through. Um, so we just went ahead and played some Fortnite because after the download went through, he would still have to play like 3 matches to kind of like qualify to get on the online thing or whatever. So we just hopped on some Fortnite, which is such a cop out. I'm trying to get more of variety on my multiplayers. It seems like the only thing I really play on multiplayer is like Mortal Kombat. I mean Mortal Kombat, excuse me, Fortnite, and every now and again some GTA. But yeah, I'd like to get some more like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat and stuff like that in there. But gosh, it takes like just so long. I don't know how many times I've gotten a new game for Christmas or my birthday or whatever, and I've been excited to play this new game, and then it's like we'll be ready to play in 23 hours. It's like, oh my god, like, excuse me, I went to I think like my mother-in-law's and my grandmother's for Christmas one year, and like the game was still like not downloaded by the time I got home. It was like, oh my god, like I got a game for Christmas. I might be able to play it before the new year. We'll see. And then sometimes there's not even enough room on your system. I've run into that problem a few times trying to play like Marvel Avengers and whatnot. Had to just finally go through and play a bunch of games and get them off my system, which was good. Finally getting through and getting closure on these games, and it's just forcing me to be more um, diligent and a better game player about starting a game, finishing a game before moving on to another one. Um, but yeah, sometimes you put a new game in and it's like it doesn't have room to download. It's like, oh my god, okay, well what can I move around? What can I get rid of? And as my friend Andrew knows, the older the system is, the worse it gets. And sometimes you might have room for just one or two things on your system, and then that's about it. Um, but yeah, I did get some for it, and we didn't catch any dubs though, which was sad. We got like second place a bunch, a few games which just like should have been ours, and I don't know, we just kind of let them slip through our fingers. And then I think it was the first game we had. It was like a third place, and then a bunch of second places, and then just a couple of oddball numbers uh, flying around out there as well. But it was still fun all in all, and I wanted to hop back on, but life and stuff catches up. We had to get dinner going and all of that. And my dog did something to her paw last night. I don't know if it was when I got locked out the house and I knocked on the door trying to get back in, or if it was just we did trim her nails yesterday. It could have been from trimming her nails. I'm not really sure, but she was limping around a lot, and she seems better this morning. It was almost like she was kind of like play hurt this morning. Like, I kind of like help her in and out of bed, and like being extra nice to her. So it's like I kind of felt like she didn't want to give up this being hurt, you know, act, if you will. Like, I don't want to go to school tomorrow. I still don't feel good. It's like, 1 second she's kind of limping around the couch. She needs help. Then the next minute she's running inside because she wants a cookie. So it's like, okay, how hurt are you really? But she seems like she's doing better this morning. I felt really bad for her last night though. She was like kind of like a three-legged dog running around, trying to get in and out of bed and everything like that. Um, but it's never fun when your pet doesn't feel good. You pamper them, and like I'm like picking her up this morning to carry her out of bed so she doesn't have to like jump out. She's like I said, she's like, I like this. She start just limping around all the time, or she really will hurt herself. And I'm like, no, she's just playing. Which is I thought what she was doing last night. I thought she was just like she slept on it wrong, or she was like just walking on it funny. But when I actually saw her like walking around last night, I was really surprised. I was like, no, she's actually like not even using it because it looks like it hurt really bad. But you know, she bounces back. So let me know about if you have any fun animal stories from this weekend. Anything funny? Anything going on? She makes it impossible to get out of bed too. It's like, you know, you want to get up early on Saturday and Sunday and start making breakfast and get your day going. It's like, nope. She knows exactly when you're getting out of bed. She does that little stretch, puts her head on your legs. Yep. Like it's time to go back to sleep. Exactly. So, uh, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, comment down below. Let me know if you guys have any funny dog stories or pet stories from over this weekend. I'd love to hear about them. Just love to hear about your pets in general. Uh, and yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna get ready to wrap up this video here in a few minutes. But this has been a lot of fun. You know, just kind of hanging out, talking with you guys. I wish I had some crazy stories from the restaurant this past weekend, or some wild events that happened over the weekend. But like I said, it's been kind of rainy, been kind of quiet, and even though we were busy Saturday, it seems like everybody was relatively chill. I actually had some help. Typically, we've been running like just one server on the weekend, but it's been getting busy enough to where we actually ran two, and still made decent money. Wasn't all stressed out. Uh, so just all in all, really quiet, cool weekend. Really looking forward to this week. Uh, hoping for another smooth week at the restaurant. Like I said, just typically I would have like a ton of maybe like stories like, oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe this person, or you wouldn't believe this, or everything just kind of just went really smooth. Can't really can't really complain about too much. Like I said, had a nice weekend with my wife, just kind of getting things straight around here, and some video game time in with my friends, and man, I don't know. I don't know what else. I don't know what else you could ask for. Nice rainy Monday morning to wake up to. So I'm excited for this. Excited for this week, and excited to get things going. Kind of excited to see what you guys have to think about this first episode of Rob's Morning Monday show. And like I said, look forward to maybe getting some friends in here. Talk about some hot topics. If there's anything you guys want me to talk about too, leave that down in the comment section. I'd love to hear what you guys want me to talk about, or if there's anything specific you guys want to hear about. Um, I'd love to accommodate my listeners. The few of you that are out there. Um, and like I said, just really looking forward to getting one step closer to wrapping up this season and moving forward into the season 2. Looking forward to, like I said, more scheduled and more structured programming and shows. You guys can know that every Monday morning you can tune in, and there'll be a little video. I'll be kind of hanging out in the apartment here, just like or my house here, just kind of relaxing, taking it cool. But other videos I will be venturing out, doing things, talking about other stuff. So you can look forward to every Monday morning, just kind of hanging out with me. I might even do like a live action Rob's Morning Monday show. I'm not opposed to that. Getting like a friend over here to hang out on the couch with me in like a live action talk show format. That could be kind of fun. But the main point is, you can know you got your new game Fridays. You can count on those. You've now got your Monday morning shows. You can count on those. And then I think for stuff like unboxings and fun videos where I break out the Lego, or venture out to stores, or hit the comic book shop. Okay, that's R2 telling me we got to go ahead and start to. I mean, R2, R4 telling me we got to go ahead and wrap this up. But I'm thinking about doing those on Sundays. I'm off on Sundays, so you can kind of look forward to maybe Sundays more of a live action format with the show. And we'll just kind of see where we go. But just excited about this, and like I said, getting one step closer to getting to season 2. And
Listen, this is.
I know you listen. I'm wrapping up my show here. I'll call you back in a minute. And as always, I just want to thank you guys for hanging out and listen to me ramble on for a little bit. And as always, remember, my friends, until next time, don't spend your quarter anywhere else. Thanks for hanging, guys. Thanks for viewing. I said I'd call you back. Jesus. All right, guys. See you later.